Back in 2020, we bought a condo in downtown Calgary. And if you talk to most Calgarians, they're gonna tell you, stay away from condos like the plague. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about exactly why we decided not to listen to that advice and we bought one anyways. At the end of the video, I'm gonna share if after 4 years of condo homeownership, if we regret that decision today. So starting off, did you know that longer commutes can lead to higher rates of obesity, anxiety, and stress? And a study that they conducted in San Francisco of over 1,000 workers found that the perfect work commute was about 16 minutes. And that was one of the more important factors about choosing our condo, was the location. By buying in downtown Calgary, we were able to cut down our commutes to about that 15-minute mark. And that's the same thing like visiting friends and family. Because we're so central, we're able to do that 15-minute commute no matter which direction we're driving. The only times we ever drive further than that 20-minute mark is when we're trying to drive further than Sony Trail. But I mean, that's pretty much expected if you're trying to drive to the further outskirts, like in the far suburbs of Calgary. Now, you could definitely achieve the same commute by buying a detached home in the inner city, but by doing that, you're bumping up your price. So to give you an idea, getting a detached home in the inner city is about $600,000 for an older property that's gonna need a lot of love. Okay, so a fixer-upper home, $600,000, or you could buy something more move-in ready at that $1 million mark. And we just didn't need the space. We didn't want to spend $1 million. So we're here in an apartment in downtown Calgary. Now, aside from the location, which was very important to us, it was also about the convenience and low maintenance that the condo living gives you. So for example, we don't have to think about exterior maintenance like lawn care or shoveling snow. We don't have to worry about hot water tanks or furnace tune-ups. For the most part, we're just responsible for these four walls around us. And the major things that can go wrong are pretty minor in the grand scheme of things. So our dishwasher just broke down a couple months ago and we had to replace that. It was a fairly small bill when you compare it to big things that can go wrong in a detached home. And it was a pretty simple fix. Now, I hope that you're starting to see a pattern here. We wanted a convenient location. We wanted low maintenance. This frees up a lot of our time and gives us, a very easy and stress-free life, which is high priority to us. Now, one of the biggest complaints that I hear about condos when people are starting to talk about them is condos don't increase in value, so they're a waste of money. Now, I'm gonna talk about if condo prices go up or down in a second, but before I get to that, let me just tell you about our thought process behind purchasing this condo. If our condo doubles in price or value, our lives probably would not change because the price increasing alone is not going to motivate us to sell the property. It's just not going to change our lifestyle. It's nice to see numbers go up, but it doesn't really change anything. Now, on the flip side, if our condo price tanks, yes, it would suck. But once again, it's not going to motivate us to move because nothing really has changed. It's just a number on paper at the end of the day. And that's really the important part about this purchase here is we don't treat our condo like an investment. We treat it like a home. We decided to buy this property because it fits our lifestyle. It fits our things. And we just don't need any more than what we have here. Now, going back to that condo price question. Do condo prices go up? Do they go down? Between January 2023 and January 2024, detached homes increased by about 12.6%. If you get that return on your stocks, you're probably a really happy camper. So 12.6%, really good returns. Now, let's play a game of high or low. Do you believe in the same time frame that apartments increased higher or lower than 12.6%? Let's go and do a drum roll before you lock in your answers. And ready? In the same exact time frame, apartments rose by 18.7%. So that's almost double the rate that detached homes increased by. Now, does that make them a good investment? I mean, going back to my point, for us, it really doesn't matter because we're not selling our home. But of course, if you're an investor, I'm sure that's a happy day for you. I promised that I would share if we regret this decision 4 years later. Absolutely not. And in fact, I'm sure that looking back now, we would probably make the same exact decision today and buy an apartment. Now, something pretty surprising is I did a calculation of if we were renting versus if we were owning this condo. Now, we have pretty high condo fees over here. You're probably going to be shocked when you hear about them, but I do a full calculation of my true ownership costs in this video over here. I'll talk about our mortgage and the condo fee. If you want to see that video, you can click somewhere on this page.